Bad bullying builders. Yeah, the 3 Bs. Bad bullying builders. Got it? Yeah, so what am I going to talk about? Well, builders who are bullies who are bad. Okay, so I'm doing this video because myself and Jen Anderson on my team both saw something within the last few days that upset us both in different ways. And I was trying to figure out, how I was going to approach this video, because a lot of this, in this case, it was both females that this happened to, and I was wondering if it was because they were female, but then after I thought about it, I realized, yeah, no, this happens to everyone. But it's very, very upsetting. So I'm going to tell you about these 2 scenarios and how you guys can avoid them. So when you go into a new home subdivision, so when I'm talking about a builder, I'm talking about a builder who's doing a big home community, okay? And when you go in there, the salesperson job is to sell you a house, okay? That's their job. And they have quotas. They have, incentives based on what they sell and when they sell it. They have all these different sales metrics that they're trying to meet so that the builder keeps them employed, right? The realtors in a builder's office work for the builder. Okay, so what both of us saw is we saw really aggressive sales behavior that, one, I was just shocked. So let me tell you what happened. So this gal goes into the builder's office. She just found out like 24 hours earlier that her lease was going to be, they were going to be selling the house she was living in. So she was already like really concerned. And so she goes through the house. She's looking at it. She's like, wow, this is really pretty. I really like this. She starts talking to the builder. The builder immediately puts him with his lender. And she's looking at the numbers and she's like, I really don't think I can afford this. This looks too high. No, you can do this. You can do this. The lender said you can do it. You can do this. Just do it. And she's like, no, I really don't think. Here. And he gets a pre-approval for an even higher price. So I got the call because she's like, they're saying I'm approved, but I'm nervous. I don't feel like I'm approved. Anyways, so I was like, wow, that's really aggressive. She's like, yeah. Then they followed me to Walmart to get a money order for the deposit on the build. Yeah, so she had gotten these numbers and she had said, hey, I'm not really comfortable. You know what? I'm going to go. Let me think about it. And the guy had basically pushed so hard, he literally followed her to Walmart to make sure she got a money order to put a deposit on a house that 30 minutes ago she had said she wanted to think about. Okay, so you guys may be sitting there going, well, why did she let him do that? Guys, I have been in some weird situations in my life, and I'm sure you have too. So when I was first starting out in my career, this gentleman called and he's like, I want to, we sell ads on grocery store bulletin boards, and do you want to think about that? And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to hear about it. Can we do a phone call? No, I'm 70 years old. I got to come in your office. Okay. And I'm like, cool, it'd be nice to be on the little board by my local grocery store, a nice advertisement. So he comes in, he does his pitch, and I'm like, okay, thank you. Let me think about it. I need some time. I'm not going to leave your office, sweetheart, till you say yes. Okay, I was young, guys. And I was like, okay, well, I really need to think about this. It's a big expense. This is my own money. It's not like the bank pays for this. Sweetheart, this is going to do wonders for your career. I'll sit here while you think about it. He literally sat back like this. He was 70, by the way. And I'm like, okay, I'm really not interested, but thank you for your time. Oh, it's okay, sweetie. I got the whole day. Sitting in my office, sitting. So I sat there and I did a little bit of work and I didn't know what to do. This guy would not leave my office. And anytime I tried to say like, hey, look, I don't want to do this, he just leaned back further in his chair. I signed the contract. I did the advertising. It was the only way to get him out of my office. That is how these things happen. And was he a bully salesperson? Oh my God, the guy was like a total creep, like total nightmare creep. And that's what I'm assuming happened here. To go from, I'm not really interested, to being followed to Walmart, it's one of those situations where you're like, you can't get out of it. So you get bullied into it. And it's so unfortunate because people who are selling like that, they shouldn't be in our industry. Like, you shouldn't treat people like that. And in this case, she ended up, he followed, I had so many questions about that, because I was like, first of all, how does he have the time in your day to follow you to Walmart to get a money order? Number two, does Walmart do money orders? I didn't know they did money orders. And then number three, oh my God, seriously? So we had a good conversation. We talked about debt to income, all that stuff. Her gut was 100% right. Buying that house would make it so that she would be eating top ramen forever. So now she has to try to get her money back from that guy. How fun is that going to be? Horrible. So if you guys walk into a builder's office and anyone's even slightly aggressive with you, I want you guys to go ice cold. Do not get into a conversation with them where they can put you in a position that you can't get out of. Because even though it's really easy to say, just walk away, just be strong, just do this, just do that, some of these guys are so aggressive that you'll just be in shock from it. Like what happened with me, I was in shock. I couldn't believe it was happening. It's like in normal polite society, we say, thank you so much for your time. Let me think about this. I'm never going to do this, right? Bye-bye. But there are people who do not follow polite society rules. So be prepared for this type of behavior. If you're prepared for it, right? If she had thought this was even something that could happen, she could have prepared her like, yeah, no, that's ridiculous. Are you kidding? Or I have to go, or oh shoot, run, whatever. So I want you guys to be prepared to get out of those offices if you need to, okay? So the thing that Jen Anderson, what she saw with a client is the client had called us, they'd watched some of our videos, and they were concerned about the rate they were being offered. And when we reviewed it, we were concerned about the rate they were being offered. We were like, oh my God, I see so much of this and it still affects me every single day and I get so mad. And what I love about my team is they get just as mad, if not madder. And Jen Anderson's like such a mama bear. Like everyone who comes through the door, she has 5 dogs. She wants to adopt every dog. She loves dogs. Any dog, if you guys have one, don't ever show it to her. She'll steal it. She just loves everyone. And so she got so mad, because it's like, okay, great, you're supposed to close super quick, but then the lender was doing other stuff, like they were trying to switch them out of VA to FHA, and it was not a community property state, and they were trying to use community property state rules, saying with VA it applied, but it was a mess, right? This was the builder's lender who clearly had 2.5 months of lending experience, or literally should just quit the industry. If they have more than 2.5 months of lending experience and they suck this much, excuse my language, but it's true, they should leave. So all this drama, and they'd been in contract for a couple months. They're supposed to close soon, but the lender was offering a crazy rate, okay? And they were trying to switch them to a program that didn't make sense. So great, we step in, okay? We can get you down to 2.375 in the loan that you want, whereas this lender's trying to put you in a terrible loan at 3.625. Solved, right? We can close. Our team is like a machine. We can get through it. Great. Builder wouldn't give her the contract. I'm not kidding. So she goes to the builder and she's like, hey, I want to switch lenders. What's happening with your lender isn't making sense. Like they're telling me I have to switch loan programs from 0% down to 3.5. I don't understand what's happening. I want to go with this other lender. And she's like, I need the contract. No. No, he didn't want to give her the contract. So Jen gets involved and she's like, you can't legally withhold the contract. The borrower has the right to pick the lender, blah, 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 blah. And so we start digging into this whole transaction. The gal was originally in contract on one lot. The builder told her like a month into it, even after they had signed that contract, oh, actually, you can't have that lot. We're going to put you in this lot. It's a little bit cheaper. So she's like, okay, that's weird, but okay. And then he doesn't even ever give her a new contract for the new lot. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. So they did that recently for the new lot, but it's higher priced, but it's a smaller lot. No one talked to her about it. Yeah. I mean, if you guys have words, type them in right now. It's crazy to me, you know? And so Jen, of course, fought with the builder. We got the contract. We're going to try to put it all together and save it and do what we do. But it's like, you know, the gal was in tears because she's like, I just want a lower payment. I just want a good rate. I don't want to do this other loan they're telling me I have to do, which she doesn't have to do. I just want to do this and they're telling me no. Right? Now, let's be fair. If she was supposed to close in a week and if she had full loan approval with the other lender and if docs were on their way out, I agree with the builder. It's not the right time to change. And I've done other videos about, hey, if you guys want to rate shop, you do it up front. You do not do it the last day of the transaction. However, if the lender's trying to switch loan products, right, which is what was happening here, and they're offering you a higher rate and it doesn't look like you're getting loan approval, yeah, call us, please. But in this case, he was trying to hold the borrower hostage to his lender, who ironically, the builder owned the lender, for a deal that they probably never would have closed. Put the borrower in such a position that she was crying. You know, we were having to fight with them to get it. It was so unnecessary and unneeded. So the point of this video, and I know it's been rambling and it wasn't meant to have me vent, but it might have been, is that you guys have rights. You have rights. You have the right to pick a house that you want to live in. You have the right to work with any lender you want. You have the right and they have the obligation to explain to you when prices are changing. You have a right to your purchase contract. You have to sign it. They should give you a copy. Right? You have rights. And the problem is that what happens a lot is if you're dealing with scummy salespeople, they make you feel like they're doing a favor for you and that you need to do what they say. And unfortunately, you know, if you're not used to that, you can end up in a really bad position. So I hope this has been helpful. The bottom line is, guys, stand up for yourself. If you need help standing up, call us. Someone on my team, we always hop in. We hate, we just hate this type of behavior. It's not necessary. Like if someone's trying to follow you to get a money order for a deposit on a house, like those units are not selling fast. I mean, that's the other investment part of that, is that if they're that desperate to sell one of these houses, like they are not selling fast. So I really want you guys to be aware before you go into any builder's office. You know, 9 out of 10 times the people in there are lovely and nice and wonderful, but that one rotten apple can really lead you to a bad experience. So just be prepared. You know, salespeople are taught to overcome any objection you have. So just know that's the game and you'll come out on top. Thanks for watching.